Hey guys, what's going on? It's Block Bull right about now, bringing you the latest episode to the channel. Now again, I've not been posting a lot of videos recently. There's not been an awful lot to record any content in regards to. Being kind of like just in the accumulation ranges, playing out, consolidating. You know, we had to have a couple of cryptos that have done pretty well in the last week or two. Which I have covered in previous videos. However guys, before we get started, if you're not already following me over on Twitter, make sure to do so. Drop me a follow at the Block Bull here over on X. And without further ado, what we're going to do, jump straight into the news, because today is 13th of May, which is a significant day in the Ripple SEC Ripple lawsuit. So the update, all related parties to file letters to seal motions and evidence. So here we go. So obviously we got this documentation. Again, we're file omnibus letter motions to seal all materials relating to the remedies related briefing, including briefs, declarations and supporting exhibits, blah blah blah. And then a week later, we've got parties and third parties file letter briefs in opposition to omnibus letter motions to seal, and then we've got this 14-day window. So under joint proposal, the parties would further be required to file public. So all this information here will become public knowledge from anywhere from the 20th of May. So we've got that 14-day window now. For whatever reason, FX Street, whoever's marked this document here, have put at the very latest before Monday the 27th. Not quite sure what that's about. For me, it's a 14-day window. Anyhow, you can see how close we are now to a conclusive, finalised, maybe even settlement. Who knows what's going on? But at the end of the day, these here, well, this in particular, May 20th, is the final date. Obviously, that would be excluding that 14-day window. However, we are almost there, guys. So I'm just going to refer back to the XRP blueprint right about now. So here we are, guys. We're on the log scale as well. Now, just a quick, what I want to say as well, in prior videos, not in every video, but in the early videos that I used to record, I used to do a lot of linear charts. Now, a lot of the linear charts and the predictions off those charts have obviously been invalidated, because the log scales are depicting and showing and portraying a completely different picture over on the XRP charts now. Now, the log scales is predominantly what the professional and institutional traders, hedge funds tend to use. So this is where we are, guys. Now I can see XRP dragging out further, but just because we've got this blueprint here and the wedge is tipping out here at the end of the year, according to this time analysis, that doesn't mean that we can't break out earlier. So this, I'm not saying this is going to happen. This is just a scenario which could play out. Obviously, I don't know if it will break out or not. I'm just giving the XRP holders a little bit of hopium. I am not going to lie. I'm going to hold my hands up, yeah? And this would be my dream. I'd love to see XRP play out like this. So, XRP could break out when this public information is released. Okay, this 14-day window. Any day from the May the 20th up until the 3rd of June. Within that 14-day window, we could break out of this wedge. Now, everybody knows this wedge has been going on for about 6 to 6.5 years. It's been playing out that long, guys. We have been suppressed for so long. However, if we get the news that we need, I believe XRP could potentially, I'm not saying it will, potentially set a new all-time high up here around $4 or $5. Yeah? And ultimately, as XRP always does, it rolls over. And that's exactly what this fractal's sort of depicting here. Come to, you know, the second, well, we'll say Q3, Q4. So at the end of the year now, we'll play out, set a new all-time high, roll over. And I could see something like this, because this here, this sort of trough here, so we get that peak, set a new all-time high, and then the trough. So that trough, double trough here, would be interacting with 1, 2, 3. There's 3 peaks there, so I expect quite a lot of price action to play out around here. So that's anywhere from about $1.30 up until around the weekly close here, around 155. May even go a bit higher, where that wick is around $1.90. So I do expect us to play around here, and that's exactly what this fractal will do. It'll interact with these this high from the previous bull market in 2021. So that could be a possibility. Now for me, it would be strong because there's quite a lot of structure up there around that sort of trend line, within that sort of region. So I wouldn't be surprised. We could even, even within the next week, we could even bounce off here on the trend line. We could get another wick, as you can see. If I scroll in a bit further, obviously these trend lines aren't perfect. I'm just trying to line it up with this breakout here, as you can see what I'm trying to do here. So yes, we get that tap. XRP could fall down here again. So lowest I believe XRP will fall. This is what I'm saying with XRP. It is the best, even though you've got to wait, it's the best risk to reward trade in the whole of crypto, with maybe the exception of my fan favourite XDC and QNT as well. So those three coins in particular are all making these sort of long ass wedges. So this is what's playing out. So worst case scenario, we're looking at about 43-44 cent, which is nothing. Nobody's going to break a sweat if that happens. However, if we do get this sort of impulse, we break out, we are then doing roughly a 10x straight off the bat before we roll over. Now for me, what I would do if I was the market makers, I would be looking at making a move like this rather than frustrate everyone to the end of the year and just kind of pinball between these trend lines, because the highest you're going to get there is around 72, 73. You roll over and then you're pinballing off this bottom trend line around 45 cent. Yeah, so I don't think the market makers will do that. I feel like it's time now to bring some volatility in the market now, because everybody is bored. So I set a new all-time high and fake the fact that the bull market has come to an end. That's what I would do, ladies and gentlemen. If I was a market maker, I would set a new all-time high. Get all the newcomers coming in. Obviously, family and friends that haven't listened, they'll soon start to realise, oh bloody hell! Like, do you know Jack? Do you know John? Do you know Julie down Rod? You never guess what? They've only just gone and 10x their money. There's this crypto called XRP, I believe. Yeah, and they all jump in here and look at these big sort of troughs here, from the peak to the trough. We'll get the measuring tool out now, and we'll just measure it across. So let me move that there. You can't see that. However, say 440, it could go a little bit higher, maybe just shy of $5. But ultimately, this is what we're looking at, 70% retracements. So these are massive sort of retracements. So if you do manage to do a 10x, I will obviously be taking profits anywhere from like the previous all-time high up until around $5. So you just take it off the table. You don't have to, cash out completely. Obviously, you always want a little bit of exposure to XRP, especially if you have been hodling for this length of time. But that's what I would do. Get everybody in, get everybody excited, tank them, take out 70% of the winnings. Again, we're doing another 70% pretty much. What's this one? Can't be far off. 63% from this second peak down into that trough. Again, we get a bounce. So this is what we're having to deal with, guys. So whether you want to try and trade it or whether you're just going to hodl, it's up to you. But down to tippet wedge, another 66%. So it's very, very difficult to make markets in XRP, because these are obviously fractals taken from this algorithm that's played out with the price action and the charts. So this is what you've got to expect, like 50-60% retracements within a bull market. Okay, and by this point, everyone's just thinking, oh, we've come back to 60 cent, so we're just being at $5. Everyone's thinking, bloody hell, that's the bear market. We're done. We're finished. Going into the new year, everyone's taking profits. Blah, blah, blah. And then before you know it, XRP does the official breakout, which this time analysis stipulates. So when everyone's obviously got all that hopium, all that pain, all the discipline that's gone into accumulating those tokens, they've had that massive euphoria, and then there's a massive crash in dopamine. Obviously, all the cortisol, this is what they do. These markets are psychologically torture people. So right now, we've been in the frustration element where people are getting annoyed and frustrated and like, what's going on with XRP? Like, let's just F it off, and you know, let's start investing in other cryptos that are moving, in like meme coins, and you know, let's have a look at these small cap gems. You know, even myself looking at Velo, I'm like, Velo's moving, I'll get a jump in Velo. You know, I'll look at Stronghold's moving, jump in Stronghold. What's pay? Built on XCC, I'll jump in what's pay instead. So this is what's going on, guys. So it's market manipulation and psychological torture. And when you know what these guys are up to, you know how to play them at their own game. And it's just about being stoic. And if there's one word in this market that you need to be, don't forget resilience, forget patience, just be stoic. You just got to be strong and hold if you are hodling. If that's your strategy, hodling, I'd probably recommend that way. You know, trading is very exhausting. You need a lot of experience and a lot of expertise to squeeze 10, 15, 20% sort of differentials out of the market, which I did recently with Velo. However, that's how I expect the markets to play out. So if you're not already subscribed, guys, consider subscribing. If you enjoyed the content, make sure to give us a thumbs up, turn those notifications bell, and I shall see you shortly. Block Bull over and out.